This is obviously just trading view, right? And that's great. But I've been really focusing a lot lately on understanding where trap traders are, understanding where the market maker moves get initiated. And so you can clearly see, I mean, right now we've had kind of a flat few days, right? Coming in, I don't know, since the 3rd maybe, where you saw just a lot of kind of liquidity building. We had a little move to the upside, and then obviously we had that big move that generated itself right there, right? Then we can whip them straight back down. Of course, there was a load of liquidity taken at this demand zone here, dropped straight back down, and then moved into that. But let me just switch over to a different view, right? So one of the things I really like about trading light is it shows you in real time where trades are occurring right now. These little dots here, they basically represent imbalances. It's where on the order book we get a lot more sells than buys, or a lot more buys than sells. It's usually about, I think it's 300% more, so 3 times the amount of buys and sells on the order book between the bid and the ask that get filled, right, as aggressive orders. Now, I was watching this, right, as prices started. One of the things you want to be able to do and notice is, from a market maker's perspective, think about it, right? Whenever they start initiating their initial orders, they start them at the start of or the base of the candle, and it's a big clue, right? You can see here, if we zoom in, make sure I'm on auto here, like, look at the imbalances here, right? So when this move started, orders come in. This is a 23k in terms of volume and 2.4k lopsided to one side, which is the sell side, right? So from a delta perspective, much more delta to the sell side. 2.4k in volume more, right? When I say volume, I'm representative of BTC, yeah. And so the little boxes here, they represent that imbalance. So it's where it's diagonal, right? So if I zoom in as an example there, just so it's a little bit more clear. So start here, right? 175 sells because it's diagonal versus 10, and then you have 144 versus 45 buys, and then 337 versus 119. But straight away, that tells you one thing, right? There's clear objective to move price. You're getting big imbalances at the start of the candle. Perhaps we want to start thinking, okay, market maker's starting to market shorts. He's propagating the move. Let's start thinking about getting in. Of course, that's exactly what happened. Right? Huge big move to the downside, continues all the way down. Some more imbalances to the side here. Where do you not want to start thinking about getting into trades? It's when we get to the base of the candle, or sorry, the end of the candle, where you're starting to see this imbalance here. That's exhaustion, in the sense that sellers are still trying to short, right? And that's not a great sign, specifically when you can see that the actual imbalance started here at this, what was that, 27,666 or whatever it was. Of course, the move continues down, but that's normally a sign when you start seeing that at the end of a candle to start thinking about pumping the brakes a little bit, right? And of course, what happens? Price comes up, market opens up, right? So this is 2:30 UK time. Market starts opening up. Of course, what happens then? Boom. Nice. You want to see the imbalances at the base of the candle, right? So that gives you the clue that the momentum is starting to move up. Of course, we go to the top here, start to see some imbalances at the top, which is not great. Someone caught a lovely short there, of course, or a number of people may have caught that short. And so if we just look at the representation between the two, what are we on, the 1 hour? Let's go to the 15 minutes. So on the same time frame. I mean, you can see the vector candles there, right? That's where you get tick volume of over the previous 10 candles, or 10 periods, whatever you're looking at, an imbalance, or sorry, greater than 300% in terms of its tick volume. So what's this telling us again? So just to kind of reiterate, these two candles here, where we see these huge imbalances starting, is essentially the same representation of these two here. And so these vector candles, they're great to see, because obviously when you're just looking purely on trading view alone doesn't really tell you the full picture. Like, where's the volume traded? Well, you can see where the bigger volume is traded. Number one, it started here, right at the base. So it's like, okay, the moment we start to see that on this, it's a good clue. You don't see it in every candle. Oh, look, I mean, look here, it's just, don't really see too many imbalances. Okay, one at the start, but that doesn't really give us a clue or indication. When we are in, like, let me just expand this out again. When we're in this kind of choppy market, you don't really see, you know, there's no imbalances here. One little small imbalance there at the base, but of course price comes back down. So when I'm talking about stacked, I'm talking like multiple, like this. There's 3 in a row there. That's a good indication. Another 3 came in a row there. Of course, price came back up, which that still would have been a nice move to pick up and move from, what was that? I don't know, 27,770 down to 27,600. Still a good 200 basis point move. But that one was a really significant one, I think, seeing that there. I really like that. And then obviously you got that move back up where the market opened up. Nice imbalances to the buy side on the open, and then we were off to the races. So nice short one. Didn't want to come on and take too much time, but I just did want to kind of go over how I'm kind of analyzing 2 different types of charting at the moment. So using this more for market structure and understanding where we are relative to weak highs or strong highs, weak lows, strong lows, but using the imbalances side and understanding where the market move is coming in from to understand where, number one, to get out of a trade, and number 2, where to get into a trade. Actually, I'll flip that. Anyway, point being, have a good day. Speak to you soon.